welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Taylor and today we'll be reacting to Olivia Rodrigo's sophomore album, Guts. But before we hop into the video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you love all things music. We all know Sour took the world by storm in 2021, and I have a feeling Guts will be no exception, but I haven't heard the rest of the songs. We've only heard Bad Idea, Right, and Vampire, which I've reacted to both of those, so those reactions will be linked up there. Like with all reactions, I'm going to go through the track list first, see what songs I claim. We will not be reacting to Bad Idea, Right, or Vampire. Like I said, they have been reacted to already. So there's 12 tracks on this album. We'll be reacting to 10 today. And I think the two that I would love to figure out what the hell they're about is All American Bitch, track 1. I know Olivia says this is her favorite and that it's kind of like a song she's been trying to write for a while. So I'm curious about this one. And then track 10, The Grudge, because I'm a person who can keep a grudge for an extended period of time. So yeah, with all reactions, just remember things will likely be sped up or blurred out for copyright's sake. So I guess now that we've gone through a little housekeeping, let's react to the first track, All American Bitch.
I am light as a feather and stiff as a board. I pay attention to things that most people ignore. I'm not good at the darkness, I've got something in my fucking pocket lately. Yeah, you know me.
Okay, I can tell she's about to build or go somewhere different, but that light, airy vocal was not what I was expecting a song like All American Bitch to enter with, especially since it's a short song. But so far, she's kind of talking specifically a line of I make light of bad situations. I notice things that other people don't. So I don't know if this is, from the title, I was probably getting a little more aggressive. This one's probably, I guess, talking a little bit more about her being an emotional person, a very perceptive, empathetic person. I don't know. We all know that Spotify does not have lyrics up for me yet. So I don't know what all she's saying, and I'm sure that I'm gonna edit this and go back and be like, oh, now I hear it. So yeah, but let's see what this chorus sounds like. Interesting there. Forgive and forget, I know my age and I act like it. Ooh, anyone getting some Miley Cyrus Used to Be Young? Those lyrics though, and then I'm an all-American, then she cuts out. I love the fact that she's forgive and forget. She's well, I'm I guess probably this might be a reflection on the Sour era, when all those songs that she kind of put out were she was 16 to 18 when she wrote them, and she was 18 when she went on the Sour tour and did all of that. And I guess a lot of people came down on her, and she's I'm an 18-year-old girl, of course I'm gonna write my feelings. Okay, that's a bridge. I'm curious to see what this outro is. But this kind of did go where I think about. She's like, I'm an all-American bitch. I'm the eternal optimist. I don't get loud when I'm angry or mad. Basically kind of talking about I guess double standards of society of how a woman is not allowed to be angry. She's not allowed to be the pessimist. She's not allowed to, I guess, have a dark cloud over her, or else she's, not this. And then of course she ends with a good screamo moment. We're definitely being thrown back to 2000s era punk rock, punk pop sounds, and I'm loving it so far. And then of course the outro is I'm grateful all the time, I'm sexy and I'm kind, and I'm pretty when I cry. All the time. All things that you're supposed to be as a woman. I don't know where I was expecting this to go. Sonically, it's a little bit different than where I was thinking it would go. But so far, what a banger to start out the album with. I'm excited to see where she goes, considering this was what she considered her favorite song. But tracks 2 and 3 are obviously Bad Idea, Right, then Vampire. We've reacted to those already, so we're moving into track 4, Lacy. Do we think this is a name of someone, or do we think it's going to be like Lacy, like the fabric?
Lacy, oh Lacy, skin like puff pastry. Aren't you the sweetest thing on this side of hell? Yeah, tell you that I'm not doing well.
So it's about a girl named Lacy. And did someone bring out the country? Because, hello, we can tell from her love of country music. I know she said she loves Johnny Cash and all that. But so far, it sounds good. I'm not going to lie, I heard her opening chords and I'm like, this sounds like something. This sounds like something. Why was I getting Jolene? Probably not. But yeah, so far I guess this is going to be like her talking to her friend Lacy, who's apparently very beautiful.
Like perfume that you wear, I linger all the time, watching hidden in plain sight. Ooh, I try, but it takes over my life. I see you everywhere, sweetest torture, what could be?
Now, I don't know if she said this is a girl, but I think Olivia might have just a smidge of a crush on a girl. Like when Selena Gomez sang in her song Perfect. I feel like this feels like that. If you haven't listened to that song, go listen to that, because this is giving similar vibes, because she's just talking about beautiful, amazing, smart, and sexy woman here. Although Lacy doesn't have to be a female's name.
Lacy, it's like you're out to get me. You poison every little thing that I do. Lacy, oh Lacy, I just loathe you lately, and I despise my jealous eyes. Now aren't they fell for you?
Well, she did say fell for you. She's like, I'm like so sick at the fact that I love you. Okay, I'm not going to speak too more on it, because I'm sure the internet will take it and run with it like we did with Betty for Taylor Swift. But yeah, that was a beautiful song. I don't know where it'll fall, because, you know, like I've said, I'm not necessarily big into my country era days anymore. But yeah, and obviously, I kind of like that when she's talking about like angel, I can't tell what she said, angel tears, angel wings, whatever, but she went into kind of like a choir-esque moment. So really, we had mostly a bridge of just vocals, which like we did with Miley Cyrus's Used to Be Young. Not mad at it. But up next is track 5, Ballad of a Homeschooled Girl. I'm hoping, or I assume from the title, this will be a ballad.
I don't think I get along with anyone. On the outside, it's greatest inside joke. And I hate all my clothes. Seems like my skin doesn't fit right over my bones.
Well, ballad. Don't know where that went, but, you know, I knew as soon as I said I expected to be a ballad, it wasn't going to be a ballad. But yeah, I guess she's kind of talking like she's on the outside of every inside joke. I assume she's talking about, like, being a little bit like for Ballad of Homeschooled Girls, since she's not taking part in traditional, I guess, school life. She's not necessarily a part of like getting involved and getting to know all these people and friends as easily as she may have in that traditional life. Well, you can tell all the lyrics that was just said went out my brain already. Okay, but it sounds like we're gonna go up a little for this chorus. Well, every time I step outside, it's social suicide. Well, I guess we kind of all felt that at some point in life. I was never homeschooled, so I don't know how much I'll relate to this, but, you know, that's where I thought she was going with this, and so far, sounds good. Definitely continuing that, like, early 2000s punk pop-ish vibes going on here.
I swore I was his type. Guess that he was making out with boys at the bar. Everything to do is tragic. Every guy like is gay. Running after a gang.
Every guy you like is gay? Okay, girl, having heard Lacy, maybe do some research. do some research. I feel like that's necessary. But so far, she's definitely bringing a little bit of that bad idea, right? With that spoken, like, yelled vocal, screamed vocal. Not really scream, but kind of like spoken, loud vocal into this. She's definitely not holding back. Not that she really held back too much on Sour, especially with the song Brutal, but she definitely said no bars held. In this one. Yeah, I made it weird. Every day I'm alive. It's social suicide. I feel like there's not much more to sum up about that song there. But up next is track 6, Making the Bed. So is this going to be a sexy number, or is it going to be like making the bed like, oh, we made the bed, you made the bed, so now you lie in it? Like, sort of thing, like someone messed up. We'll see.
Once so got it, did it so it's done. Another thing I ruined, I used to do for fun. Another piece of plastic, could just throw away. Another conversation with nothing good to say. Started to feel like I don't want to be where I am. Getting drunk at a club with my favorite friends. Push away all the people who know me the best. But it's me who's been making the bed. I'm so tired.
So it is about making the bed and lying in it. I was not expecting to tear up today. But that's the mood I'm in, because I felt just a little coming from there. Basically, her being like, I wish I wasn't acting the way I am. I wish, just that I didn't take this new phase of my life and kind of like make all these decisions that probably weren't so great for me. But I'm the one making the bed, so I have to live with these decisions. I think she did say in the interview that she did make at least a lot of bad decisions when it came to like love and relationships after Sour came out and stuff like that. So I'm curious to see where this goes, but okay, let's see. Do we think I'm going to be shedding tears in this album reaction today? I hope not, because makeup is done and I don't need to mess it up before work.
I tell someone I love them, just as a distraction. They tell me that they love me, like I'm some tourist attraction. I'm changing my machinery, and I just let it happen. I got the things I wanted, it's just not what I imagined.
I tell someone I love them just to feel something, or like, and they tell me they love me like I'm just some sort of tourist attraction. I mean, harkening back to Vampire when she said fame fucker. I feel like we're weaving that narrative here. Olivia, what the these are some sad fucking lyrics. Yeah, I will say Olivia's not been as bridge heavy on this album as she was in Sour, which is not a bad thing. I mean, I'm a bridge girly. I grew up in the era of Taylor Swift. That is generally me. But yeah, I love particularly when bringing out the line of like, I play the victim so well, but it's me who's making the bed. She's like, she likes, I guess she's admitting that she's like thinking she's a victim of circumstance, or likes to show off that she's a victim of circumstance, even though she is the one making the decisions that kind of make her life surrounded by bad circumstances. So yeah, that's interesting. Whoo, didn't cry fully. Might have got teary-eyed during that one. But up next is track 7, Logical. I think this is the longest track on the album at almost 4 minutes long. So let's see what she has to say in here.
Master manipulator, God, you're so good at what you do. Come for me like a savior. I put myself through hell for you. Hear all the rumors lately that you always deny.
I feel like we're getting another Vampire situation. Only this one's taking on more of that country-esque vibe that we had in Lacy. But it kind of looks like she's talking about this person of like, all those things that you denied. Well, I've been hearing them going round and round, and I'm kind of starting to believe them. What I assume the song is going to be about with the title Logical is that either she's not logical for staying with this person, or she doesn't get the logic behind the things that he does, or they do, or whoever said person is. Again, I'm going to say in Vampire, she says, like, the line of, like, God, I'm mad that you made me think all these girls were crazy. Like, you convinced me that all these girls were crazy. And in this one, she's talking about how this person convinced them that he or they or whoever, again, we don't know genders, I guess, that they were right in the situation, even though they weren't. So these two definitely are connecting in my mind. Okay, I assume we're about to delve into a chorus here.
You got me thinking 2 + 2 = 5, and I'm the love of your life, 'cause rain don't pour and sun don't shine, and changing you is possible. No love's never logical.
And yeah, so the whole chorus is about, literally she said, no love is ever logical.
Argument you held over my head, brought up the girls you could have instead. Said I was too young, I was too soft, can't take a joke, can't get you off. Oh, you did it. I look so stupid thinking.
Holy mother of bridges there. When I was talking about Olivia ain't bringing bridges this time as much, she said this song. I was thinking in my back of the head, like, this is our traitor for this album, and god damn. Yeah. That, she spilled it. She spilled the tea. Talking about, like, loving you is loving every argument, where you pointed out, like, how many girls that you could have. Like, apparently you got options even though you with me, so why the hell you with me? And then all the things, and then, like, can't, like, I'm sure that girl is just your friend. Yeah, right. Like, you're telling me I'm too soft and I'm too young. Well, boy, why are you dating a girl who's too young for you? Don't do that. Like, oh my gosh. Then obviously the line of, like, can't get you off. Well, I feel like the door's over there. Please let it hit you on the way out is the response. I'm just going to say, I kept thinking the lyricism of this was absolutely amazing. Not that it isn't on any other song, but damn.
Logical, love's never logical. I know I'm half responsible, and that makes me feel horrible.
She ended with, love is never logical. I know I'm half responsible. Love is never logical. I know I could have stopped it all, and why didn't I stop it all? I mean, yeah. That was one heck of a song. And I see why it's the longest song on the album, because I felt like it needed that moment. But up next is track 8, Get Him Back, just with the exclamation mark at the end of this track title. I assume this one's going to be like a more upbeat sort of number, but I guess we'll see.
I met a guy in the summer and I left him in the spring. He argued with me about everything. He had an ego and a temper and a wandering eye. He said he's 6'2" and I'm a dude, nice try. He was on nights when I'm feeling depressed. Do I remember every time he made a pass on my friend? Do I love him? Do I hate him? I guess it's up and down. If I had to choose, I would say it right now.
Holy mother of style change! Like, Olivia, back to the early 2000s we go! Like, literally every time he made a pass at my friends, like, a guy who loves an argument, girl, I know this is probably about the same guy we talked about in Vampire and Logical, but oh my god, I just can tell this chorus, all of this is about to go someplace that I am not prepared for. Get him back because I want sweet revenge. I mean, girl, I feel like if I was with this guy, which hopefully I would never be with this type of guy, I might feel the need for some sweet revenge. Throw a little reputation his way. I am my father's daughter, so maybe I could fix him. I'm pretty sure her father's a therapist. Girl, she's really talking about a lot of, like, maybe I could change him in these songs. And life lesson, if we haven't heard it, don't go into relationships expecting to change people, because people will never change. I'm not saying people will never change, but you will probably not be the change in their life. The whole song about get him back, like I want to, like, get him back in the sense of, like, I want to get revenge on him, get him back in the sense of, like, I want to be with him. It's such an interesting duality that she's created here. That bridge was fun. It's like, I want to meet his mom, but she's telling her son sucks. Like, I want to kiss his face, but with an uppercut. Like, lyricism, imagery is there, the vocals, the production. Will this be my favorite song on the album? We'll see. There's still 4 more to go. I got him really good. Great way to end that song. Up next is track 9, Love is Embarrassing. So are we gonna like slide back into some more like slow stuff? This is the shortest track on the album, so I'm curious to be if it's gonna be like soft and somber, if it's gonna be like a quick upbeat like banger.
Told my friends you were done after I knew you like a month, and then you kissed some girl from high school. Now you think I love fucking embarrassing, 'cause why did I crucify myself? First off, we had second string loser who's not worth mentioning. My God, love's embarrassing as hell.
It's like I met a guy and in a month in I told my friends he's the one, and then he goes and makes out with this chick that he knew from high school. And she's like, love is just fucking embarrassing. Like, come on. Yeah. I love that she's like, listen, in all of her interviews, she's talking about how this album is way more upbeat, which is true. But upbeat does not necessarily mean lyrics are less sad or less angry. It just means that the production goes up there. So yeah, definitely less ballady than sour, and I'm kind of loving that approach. Because you know me, slow sad ballads is not necessarily my vibe all the time.
I consoled you while you cried over your ex-girlfriend's new side. My God, how could I be so stupid?
Girl, consoling a guy over his ex moving on means that that guy has not moved on yet. Like, she did say love is embarrassing, love is not logical, and she was not thinking logically. But damn. Like I'm giving up everything for a guy who I'm never marrying. Like for a loser. Like a second string loser. At least we recognize things now. Like the cycle continues. Up next is the next track that I claimed called The Grudge. So my guess is giving the trend we're going on, this one's going to be upbeat, but every time I say upbeat or slow song, I'm proven wrong, so.
These nightmares each week about that Friday in May. One phone call from you and my entire world was changed. Trust that you betrayed, confusion that still lingers. Took everything I loved and crushed it in between your fingers. And I doubt you ever think about the damage that you did, but I hold on to every detail like my life depends on it. My undying love, now I hold it like a grudge. Now I hear your voice every time that I think I'm not enough. And I try to strength to forgive, but I don't feel strong.
I'm assuming this is the moment she found out this guy cheated on her. I love how it's like it takes strength to forgive, but I don't feel strong. Like, I know that it takes a lot of strength to forgive you for what you did, but I think I'm going to be the one who holds the grudge. Like, no matter what you do, say, or what I've, like, put myself through, I can't forget, and, you know, I'm not going to forgive.
No, our heart, hurt people, and we both drew blood, but man, those cuts were never equal, and
We both drew blood, but the cuts weren't equal. Hurt people. She's like trying to justify this in her head, and then she looks down, but she's like, I know, like, we both did bad things, but like, if you really look at it, like, what I did pales in comparison to the things that you did to me. I love how she's like, I'm trying to justify these bad actions, but like, finally getting to the point where I'm like, I can't. Finally, we've got some sort of resolution. That was The Grudge. Definitely when I was like, this will be upbeat. Was not. So let's stop. Let's stop. Definitely emotional song. She's still hitting us with the emotional gut punch. Title play. Up next we have Pretty Isn't Pretty. Is this going to be the jealousy of this album? I'm curious. Okay, definitely jealousy of this album. Only this one probably goes a little more in depth into not just like the social media aspect of things, of just like her personal, I guess, body dysmorphia and stuff like that. Her talking about having an ED. And sort of just like always looking in the mirror and realizing that Pretty, no matter like what she does to, I guess, alter her appearance, this idea of pretty for society will never, I guess, be pretty enough on her. I don't know that there's much more to say about the song, because I think it's pretty straightforward in its lyricism, but she really said more upbeat instrumentals, more sad lyrics. She said, "Sad bops. This is the album for the saddest of bops." And I bought all the clothes they told me to buy, but it was all sort of a lie, all sort of just, not enough for me. And yeah, again, not much more to say on the lyricism there. Sounds weird. I'm pretty sure this is the backing track she used for her little Guts like advertisement that she dropped yesterday, I think, or Wednesday. But yeah, at least just like a little bit before the album came out. But we're on to the last track, Teenage Dream. Anyone else hearing Katy Perry play in the back of their head right now? Because that's what I was thinking when I saw it. But since she ended Sour with kind of like a hopeful ballady number, I wonder if she's going to end this one, maybe not necessarily hopefully, but maybe reflecting on, now that she's no longer a teenager, was the teenage dream there? Something about that. I'm going to stop rambling and actually listen to the song now.
When am I gonna stop being wise beyond my years and just start being wise? When am I gonna stop being a pretty young thing that guides? When am I gonna stop being great for my age and just start being good? When will it stop being cool, be quietly misunderstood? I'm sorry that I couldn't always be your teenage dream.
Okay. I'm sorry I couldn't always be your teenage dream. The whole like verse, she's talking about how she's basically being patronized, like she's good for her age, like she's wise beyond her years, like she's she's kind of being patronized. Instead of just being good, she's good for being young. Instead of being wise, she's wise for her age, etc. And then she's like talking about how she fears that she already gave everything up or told every story at 19, and she's sorry she couldn't be the teenage dream that everyone wanted her to be. Is this about to drop? Are we about to have some changes in instrumentals? Because I kind of hear it going, but this is not, Olivia, this is not where I thought this was going. I wish that I could go back. I wonder if she's messing on, like, because she really hit it big with High School Musical and Musical the series when she was 16, and she just kind of like a bulk of her teenage years were spent like in front of the public, and especially giving a lot of information and being on display for the public. And now that she's no longer a teenager, she's like, I can't always be this teenage dream that you want me to be. Because a lot of people kind of look at her as like the ideal, like the lyricist and the storyteller for like this teenage generation, and she's like, I'm not a teenager anymore, and I'm sorry that I can't be that for you anymore. I can't tell if that's Olivia talking to like a younger niece or nephew, or if that's Olivia like as a young kid and her parents talking to her. But I love how she ended. They say it all gets better, but what if I don't? Well, as someone who's a couple years older than you, 23, I don't know. I think it got better, but I think it definitely took a little bit longer than 19 to get better. I think me at 23 is better than I was at 22, but me at 22, I don't know, me at 22 was just, she was not doing great. But yeah, I think every year I've progressively felt like I got better. We'll see, I guess that depends. Not being a teenager anymore kind of does help with a few things. But that was the last track on the album, and damn does Olivia know how to end an album, because we all know Hope You're Okay was my favorite song from Sour when it came out for a very, very long time. So let's see if Teenage Dream follows that. And that was my official reaction to the sophomore album, Guts, from Olivia Rodrigo. Man, was this album a roller coaster of emotions. Screaming, angry, sad, crazy, slight slight bit of gay in there, just a slight bit. Bisexual girl here, so I think Lacy may have hit a note or two. But yeah, it looks like it's been a few days, so here's what my preliminary ranking is of this album. I'm sure I'm pissing someone off in the comments. We know I am. I tend to not have the general public's same sentiments when it comes to songs. But right now, thinking of songs that will be near the top, I think Get 'Em Back has to be up there. I don't know where Logical's gonna go, but that song. Making the Bed, Teenage Dream. Okay, basically I have no idea where any song is going on this album, other than I can say for a fact that Get Him Back will be up there, because that is just an amazing song in my opinion. But yeah, let me know what you thought of the album, what was your favorite song, and what would y'all like me to react to next.